Whew, finally I made it. Oof, took a bit, but I actually made it. Oh, Jesus. Hello. Sorry, I'm trying to get to breath. Whew. Alright. Alright. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to Velvet Twilight Candy Shop. I am your bunny girl hostess and the store owner herself, Genevieve Mocha. Sorry I was running late today, everybody. I actually went shopping for a little bit before I went back home from work, and I got a nice few things from me. Yeah, I bought a nice few things for myself. I mean, it's not for stream, sadly, but no, this is just a little bit of stuff that I've been wanting to get for some time. So yeah. And then I also wanted to eat dinner and all that sorts of stuff. I just wanted to make sure I got situated on that. And then I believe that's about it. But yeah, I'm so sorry that I ran late. Normally I'm currently trying to start stream at around 9 p.m. CST and 9 p.m. CST and 7 p.m. PST for the more Pacific times. But yes, I do apologize for being late, but I'm here now. I am most definitely here. So I hope you guys are doing well tonight. I'm doing fine. I made it, but I'm here now. So let me just check the stream real quick. I think it sounds fine. Alright. Everything looks good. Everything looks fine. I hope y'all are doing fine today. And then, so for today's stream, we're back at it again with some more Final Fantasy. And this time we're doing something a little different. We're actually going to do Kasey's side. We're going to do some daily runs with Kasey at the wheel. Like back then, during my Twitter days, you probably saw Kasey with like a much more like bowl hair, but right now you probably can't tell from like the darkness and everything, but he's got a longer locks, like more spiky than longer. Yeah, the lighting on this is not really that great, but yeah, the lighting on this is doesn't really help. So let me try going back to my house so you can get a better look at Kasey right now. And I'll switch back over to his usual gear. Because right now it's nighttime over here. So okay, this is a little better. This is a little better. Now I can see him a little bit more. But yes, he's got, compared to his old beta version like Avatar, this one has a lot more hair. He's got more spikes and it's a lot more longer. Now I like this haircut probably a lot more. But I am planning to give him like new haircuts too. But this right here is so much better to my liking. Like, it's longer and more spikier, and it makes him look a tad bit older now. But so yeah, right now this is the blue mage that I was working on not too while ago. But we're gonna go paladin, and then for today's agenda we're pretty much gonna finish. For today's agenda, we're gonna just go ahead and finish what's left of the Wonder Tale, which is soloing these two right here, and then we're gonna do some leveling on. Wait, so that's this. These will make 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So we're just gonna do these dungeons right here. We're gonna go through. Yeah, level 90. Yeah. And then we're gonna do these. I think we'll do these two first before moving on to the dungeons. And then we'll do a little bit of the new book as part of the daily as well. So with that being said, let's get started. Shall we? Okay. First things first, we're gonna just put this as a limited. Wait, not just that, but unrestricted. So we're first thing we're gonna do is go fight a giant whale. That's the first thing what we're gonna do. Also, hold that thought. Let me turn this down to. There you are. Like, I think I'm like too loud, so hopefully this much will help. But let me just check just in case. Let me see. Now let me let me turn myself up a little bit more. Probably like right here. Or maybe right here. It's hitting the yellow line a little bit. But I think this is fine. Let me just lock it real fast. Alright. There you go. Alright, so what were we doing again? Oh yes, fighting a giant whale. I'm not sure if I got the map for this one either, so we'll see. We'll see. But I think the mounts for these are just for the Haven Swords are like these birds. Come at me, you giant badass whale. Ow. Oh wait, this is the extreme. Ah, fuck me. Yeah, this ain't the extreme one. Oopsies. Turn this on, and then I'm gonna get out of this duty. This is the wrong one. Where is... This is what we needed. Silly me. Let's try that again. Alright. Round 2, buddy. But yes, while I'm doing this, for those who are probably wondering what I was shopping for, I was actually shopping for... Ooh! I was actually shopping for... the... Yeah, I was shopping for a couple of new things. There was an item that was on clearance. And I went ahead and got some. It was just pretty much... Oh, jeez. It was just pretty much a... It was just pretty much trash bags and then some meal prep containers. I really wanted the meal prep containers because Because I'm getting a bad habit of trying to, ow. I've developed a bad habit of going to work late recently. And I already know why and I already know why I'm always going to work late. It's because my dumb self wants to, like, freaking stay up until 2 a.m. in the morning playing video games or doing drawing and stuff, which is not really a good thing, especially if I'm trying to, like, lose some weight too. Yeah, crazily enough, a better sleep actually really goes a long way. That's just like a basic fact. But for me, I'm like, maybe exercise will help, but nah. Yeah, so I'm gonna try. I think this week I'm trying to, or these next few coming days, I'm going to try and go to sleep at around 12. So yeah, that's how long the stream will be, because I really need to get a better sleep, like really badly. And plus, it's better. It'll be better for me too, cause ouch. Yeah, it's better. It'll be better for me in the long run too, cause as soon as I wake up, I would usually, like, the first thing I would do in the early morning is just start drawing. It's basically for practice. Yeah, it's basically practice reasons why I do it. Well, not just practice reasons, but not just for like not for like practice reasons, but also because it's a little tidbit that I learned from yeah, it's a little. It's something that I learned when I wanted to try to improve my art. And I wanted to learn how to draw fast. It's literally just like, because I have a busy schedule, and it's an even busier one thanks to me coming back to streaming, so. And the only way, I ran out of room. Oh boy. And apparently the only way I can actually focus on becoming faster at drawing and actually getting some work done for any projects that I have is literally just making that the first thing I do as soon as I start the day. Because there's like these habits that most people would tend to do when the first thing you wake up. Like, some people would do like their religious thing, some people would exercise as soon as possible, and then so my thing is pretty much just like literally the first thing you're gonna do is just straight up, yeah, the first thing I'm literally gonna do as soon as I wake up is just straight up draw. That's it. And it helped me a long way previously, but ever since I started getting into a bad habit of going to bed to 2 a.m. in the morning, I became so weak at trying to wake up. And the times I really would wake up is around 9 for work day, but I need to get, yeah, around 9 for work days, and then around 12 for off days, and it's not a great habit at all. Technically, I could wake up at 9 a.m., but that's not enough. I want to try and aim at waking up at 8 o'clock. At 8, not 8 o'clock. Yeah, no, wait, yes. 8 o'clock a.m. So that way I could just wash my face, brush my teeth, eat a little bit of breakfast, and then start drawing by then. And then I will usually stop at around 12 so that I could go beyond about my day. But sometimes I will go back and then just pretty much draw again. But normally it's just me going going on about my day. Eating lunch and then going on. Oops, wrong way. I think the next one we're gonna do is the Stormblood one. And it's gonna be the Wreath of Snakes. Oh, I haven't even done this one yet. On Extreme. Time to change that. Oh, wait a minute. I need to get rid of some stuff. Okay, well, first things first. We're gonna watch this cutscene. Because these cutscenes are awesome.
Make me submit or die by your excellence.
The light. There he is. Holy snakes. Well, actually, can I throw some stuff away? Or can I not? I actually got a lot of these, I got a lot of these I need to put into the container. Nope, I got everything. Cruiserweight Host Blade. Oh, I really need to start stocking up on the heavy blades. Yeah, let me get out of here real quick. So I can make some room. Because I do want to try and collect some of these Stormblood mounts, too. Because I hear that their final one is, like, pretty cool. It's like this giant box, I believe. And I think it fits well with Kasey's lore. And, yeah, it's... That... the Stormblood's mount actually fits alongside with Kasey's lore. Especially with his little pup friend right here. So let me just go ahead and organize real quick. Alright, give me some duplicates. Thanks. Give you this. Actually, can I have this back? This is for, yeah. Yeah, can I have that back? And I'm getting rid of this because I don't really need it. I don't really need this. Alright, and then I'm gonna put these into the thing because I actually do want to mess with... What was it called? Alchemist? Yeah, I do want to mess with Alchemist with the someday, so... I believe that's all the room I got. Okay, now I can go back. Wait, where was I? Yes. So that's why I want to fix my sleep schedule. So I can start getting up at the time that I want to get up on. And there was another reason why. What was the other reason? Oh yeah, I wanted to have a proper breakfast at home. Because these days I've just been buying breakfast at work. And that's not really good for my wallet too, so... So with these pre-made... With these containers, I want to be able to have some for like breakfast, to make breakfast bowls in. And then some for like literal to take to lunch kind of thing, you know? At least that way I don't have to buy, I have to always keep like buying stuff from the store. It'll save my wallet and my stomach. Anyway, let's get started.
If I must forsake myself to keep my own, then so be it.
Bring it on, Snake Man. Oh yeah. Oh, this reminds me. I actually figured out how to do Suzuka's Yeah, I figured out how to do Suzuka's thingy solo. I was worried about, for the longest time, I was worried about how that. Ooh, almost got hit by that. But for the longest time, I've been worried about like having to do that rhythm phase without everybody there. But no, I could do it with just me. So yeah, that solves that problem. I was wrong. Okay. Didn't hurt. One, two, three. Another one. Ah, come on. Ow. Is that all? Ah. Cause like yeah, for Suzuka's, I was worried for the longest about the rhythm thing, but no, it wasn't really nothing to worry about. It's the phantoms that I'm worried about. The Phantom Phoenix, but I know the trick to it now. But now I can do these trials without the care in the world. Ah, shoot! I should have been paying attention. Where is it? Let me pay attention. Ow, bitch! Ah, shoot. Ah, shoot. I'm fucking up. Come on. This is already looking bad. This is what I get when you guys distract me. I feel a little better now, so now I really just need to get this guy down.
You brought this upon yourself.
No, oh jeez. Yeah, this is the one that kills me. Fuck. Come on, come on, come on. We gotta win. There we go. Seiryu, say me. Ooh, that was... Island for the win, baby.
I win. Hi, Snicky.
Now I just need to do Suzuka's for the last one, and I did not get them out. Fuck. Okay. Next week, buddy. Next week. Alrighty. So that takes care. Oh, this is the wrong one. That takes care of those two. Now I just need to do... Wait, what the heck? There is one completion remaining for the mini log. Oh yeah, that's right. We got the Mog hunt happening. It's been a minute. Okay, what was it? What was the mini challenge? Oh yeah. Oh, this one's an easy one. Complete the Wonder Tales, and then this one is complete 5 grand supplies and provisioning missions. Okay. Okay, this one's gonna be more easier. And then, oh, I totally forgot that I gotta be doing this. And then the level 80 dungeon, that's gonna be easy. Okay. I'll probably do the 81 on the next Wonder Tale, though. Alright, let me go ahead and restrict back again. And then we need to go to... We need to do this. There we go. But earlier I was saying that for the longest while I thought Suzuka's extreme trial would be difficult because of the rhythm phase, but it turns out the rhythm phase only can be done with just one person. And like everything else will be turned off. So I'm thinking like, okay, good. That means I can actually do it without having to try to gather at least a minimum of 4 people to clear the extreme trial. That's great. Now I'm still stuck on the worry of how to do it. How to do the other the other people's trials, which is basically, oh, I can pull it up right now while we wait. The pool of tribute, and then yeah, it's just the pool of tributes. Apparently, there's the sword phase that goes on there. I mean, I'm better off pretty much just finding a friend to do that phase. Yeah, setting up and doing that phase so I can just grab them out and then doing it like that. Another way someone did it was with as a pictomancy. Cause with their like huge attack busters, they could be able to skip through the phase entirely and just beat them like that. But Kasey is not a pictomancer, and I'm kind of tempted to actually get him to become a pictomancer, just so we could get that last mount, because there is indeed a mount for the pool of tribute, sadly enough. And then everything else, Seiryu, not Seiryu, not the one that we just fought. Let me see, where is it? Shinryu's domain is also can also be done solo. Tsukuyomi's pain is gonna be a little bit difficult. It's not hard. It's just like there's a phase. You basically gotta go into like DPS with high damage DPS, essentially, just before like the moon phase like pretty much fucks you over. I'm trying to work on that on Karina's side. Well, I might think about trying to think about how to do that on Kasey's side too. But on Karina's side, I had already gotten them out thanks to my friend. Thanks to that one time my friends and I did the trial with. Did the trial. It was that same day that they taught me that I could unsync and do the trial, do some of these extreme trials for Wonder Tales. So yeah. I'm kind of happy that they taught me that, because otherwise, I would have to repeat a couple of the trials multiple times just to get it right. So yeah. Trying to wait for someone to help me do that one thing might be difficult too, because they'll probably want them out as well too. So yeah, that's another reason why I'm not too keen on trying to make a party do it, because there might be other people who also want it too. So I really want that final mount to yeah, I really want that. Ooh, jeez. I really want that final mount a lot, so it would mean a lot to me if I got it without having to go through the hassle of trying to roll and pray, essentially. So, if all else fails, I might end up having to teach Kasey how to... Yeah, if all else fails, I might really will teach Kasey how to become a pictomancy just to get that other mount. Because on YouTube, there is a way... Yeah, because there is a way to do it as a picto, so... So, hopefully... Didn't want to have to do that, but whatever. I'm just gonna wait until that skill comes back. You know what? Whatever. Are you ready yet, skill? Like, don't get me wrong. I actually like Pictomancy. It's like one of my favorite magic classes that I've ever picked up, but You know how DPS rolls be like. When you try to do roulettes for them. Like, it won't take too long to get it done. Where we're at right now. But still, just the thought of just having to do that. Is just like, oh, fuck me, man. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, there it goes now. I'm trying to think the brighter side of trying to reteach, redo Pictomancy. Will Kasey even look good as a Picto? There you go. I'm coming, I'm coming. Yeah, even if he does become a Picto, I can't even figure out what kind of glam I could even use for him. So, like, yeah, there's that. I know for a fact Karina makes Picto look good, but Kasey, on the other hand, I just don't see it. It's not really like it's part of his character or anything. The reason why I even made Kasey's like thingy is it's basically for G posing. I think Kasey and Karina are the only ones that like I use for G posing, and not really everybody else's. So yeah. Go. So yeah, but it was fun to like just pretty much make it like a what if Karina was just like a side character. Yeah, that part of it was pretty fun too. Ow, bitch. Okay, there we go. Didn't want to have to use that other skill. Oh. Run for me! Oh, right here. But yeah, I just can't find a reason why if it'll look good on Kasey. It's just not really part of his character, so that's why I'm just a little bit conflicted. I really do want them out for sure, but would I really go such lengths just to do it like that? Oh shoot, hold on. Ow, prick. wonder if I can just... I wonder if I can look up some outfit ideas for male pictomancers. Maybe that might help me a little bit. If I do wind up just trying to learn pictomancy. And just like speed run it. Ooh! Hello, I don't think I got this on Karina's side either. Oh. I'll roll for it anyway. Come here. Come on, come on, come here. I'm getting close to the exit. Come on. Thanks. Oh, thanks, bro. Alright. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Yes, give me the heals. That's what I wanted to do this for. There you go. And last one. Let us through. Good job. Good job, little Lala. We'll go on ahead. Come on. Come and get me. There you go. Come on. Both of you die. Come on. Thank you. One more. Where are you going? I'm going getting close to the exit. There we go. Alrighty. We're all here? We're all ready? I hope you are, because I'm going in. Alright. Start. Oh wait, it's not that part yet. I'm thinking of that one part of the thingy of the fight. Can I even? Oh, there you go. Oh, you bitch! Stop running from me, you coward! Oh, you freaking summoned up to die today. Ah, didn't even hurt. You gotta love it. You know it's fine. I'm going over here. I'm not in the middle of my combo. Whoop! Ow! Bitch. I got some heals coming in. One day at a time. Ah, come on, man. Ah, come on. That sucks. I don't want to hit you, dude. Come here. Right here, maybe? Oh, no. I was wrong. I'm paying the price for it. Yeah. Okay, this one I'm gonna use arm strength. Oh, I couldn't even stay over there. Fuck, well, fuck me then. And he's down. Alright, good job, squad. Yay, old Final Fantasy theme. Oh, gotta always love it. I'll take him. Damn. Alright. We're out of here then. Ooh. My goodness. Ah! Oh, my back. Oh, my goodness. Hey. So, hey, So, over the last, like, day off on Monday, I started going back into working out. Doing exercises at home again. Like, for the longest time, I was just, like, neglecting it because I was going in and out of the house and I was carrying stuff. I'm going in and out of the house, working all the time, and I just consider that as exercising. But since my crazy self decided to overindulge, now I really got to start working out for sure. It is super easy to gain those pounds back right after you drop them. So yesterday I took an hour and a half an hour and a half jog around my building, around the neighborhood. Not around the building, around the neighborhood. Then I did 50 sit-ups, 50. Well, it's actually more of a crunches. I can't do sit-ups because my core muscles are just like shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna straight up say it. My core muscles are shit, so I have to do crunches. So I did 50 crunches. I had to do 50 squats, and I had to do 50 push-ups, and my arms were fucking sore to the bones. And I'm like, God damn, I have not been doing this for in a long time. So yes. So now on my days off, or if I'm... Damn. Not all of it. So now on my days off, I try to... Or as soon as I get home, let me say that. Like, as soon as I get home, I try to do at-home exercises. Hoping that I could... Damn. My look is shit. But yeah, I'm doing at-home exercises to hopefully get some muscles coming in. Well, not really muscles, but lose some of this extra lose some of this extra fat that I just gained. And right now, as you heard me just now, Jesus. I'm still sore. I thought about trying to do a freaking exercise, but fuck that noise. I'm not doing it today. And plus, I've been literally walking around from work and to going to do some shopping, carrying all that stuff to the house. So I'm like, fuck that noise. Let's stop. I'm gonna let it count. It might be better to just do it anyways, but I think the only exercise I can do before I go to... Well, no. Fuck that noise. We're not exercising. We'll do it tomorrow. So, yeah. But dang, I am still sore. That's when you know you haven't done this in a while, but then again, doesn't it... Won't it be sore anyways, in spite of, like, fucking all the... Even if I haven't done exercises in a while. Let me see what's... So 50 to 79. Do I have anything that... Oh, no. Last time I checked, it was only the level lock ones. So... I gotta pick one. Oh, I could do Smileton or Stigmascape. So... First things first. Clear this. We'll do... Yeah, so we'll pick... Okay, so cue me in for... Smileton or Sigmascape. And then cue me in for... It's gonna be up to level 79, so... Oh, Shadowbringer one. Ooh. Damn. So, it has to be any of these, essentially. That one's a item level lock. Ooh. Might as well. Any of these will work. And then I decided to switch to healer so it can make the process go a little bit faster. But yeah, all those times where you hear me like groaning and moaning, yeah, that's just me like literally having a freaking... Yeah, that's just literally me having like the worst kind of aches and pain to my freaking... To all those exercise. Oh! Looks like it's Dreamscape! Alright, let's do it. Beam me in. Oh, wait! Okay, well, okay, let's do this. We all know what to do. Good, even better. Makes my job easier. And the best part is, I love this theme right here. Come right, heroes, right. You know, crazy enough, I always picture this theme to be like Karina's theme right here. Because I remember somebody was asking about if your Warrior Light had a main theme, it would be this. What would it be? I thought about this being like... I thought it'd be nice to be like this theme right here. But thinking about it, but I chose like Bullet Dance 2 because it fits her better. And then I gave this theme to Kasey because this is a lot more. Because it's a little more fitting. I'll have to figure out what theme for... Yeah, I'll have to think of I'll have to find another 14 OST that fits Karina as well. So at least if it's not really like... I'm sure everybody got it. That way, if it's not like Karina's, then... Yeah, that's where I die. And that way, if some people think maybe... Is there a OST for, like, Karina in Final Fantasy that would fit better? Then I would choose that. But right now, I don't think there is one that I can think of. Back to the finals. Okay, this is gonna be an easy run, alright? As long as we pay attention on what we're doing, I think this will be an easy run. Guaranteed. As long as nobody fucks it up. Rear. Oh. Goodbye. Oh, right in the face. Wait. Jesus. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah. Oh, fuck me. That almost got me burnt. Oh, good. Oh, goody, my favorite. Missiles. Okay, I was about to say, is it aiming at me? Nope. Okay. Good luck. Don't get hit. Look at that little guy over there. There you go, you're fine. Oh, goody. This again. Okay, whatever you do, don't let me get hit. Ah. Okay. At this point, I'm just making things up as I go. We almost down. We got him. Oh, good. Another set of homing missiles. Too bad we're done. Oh, I can't see. I was about to say, I wonder, do I have everything? Am I maxed out on this? Okay, no. Not yet. Because I do need some for Red Mage. That's the class that I think fits Kasey a lot more. I mean, technically, I'm also going to learn... Yeah, I'm also going to teach Kasey how to do Scholar, because... Yeah, I'm also going to teach Kasey how to do Scholar slash... Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm going to teach Kasey how to do Scholars, because... And the state... Because a little bit about... Well, okay, Lord drop. So... Before, like, the Umbral Calamity hit, Kasey lived in... Both Karina and Kasey, they lived in Gridania for, like, ever since, like, they were just, like, babies. They knew each other since they were, like, little babies, essentially. Karina was pretty much the big sister of the two, and Kasey just followed whatever she does. The funny thing is, though... For the longest time, Karina didn't even know that. Yeah, the crazy thing about this is that Kasey, he was about, I believe, I'm trying to remember this well. I think I got my lore book. Fuck me. I'm trying to remember if they were 5 years apart or they're 3 years apart. But either way, Kasey had known Karina since she was a little baby. And in spite of Kasey being like considerably older than Karina, he was at the time very small, so she couldn't tell the difference that she was actually older than him. And on top of that, Karina... Yeah, and on top of that, Kasey had... Well, at the time, everybody know. For those who don't know, Viras, you can't tell if they're a boy or a girl. So Karina initially thought of Kasey as like this dainty little sister, but also, yeah, this dainty childhood friend that she wants to protect with all her heart. And occasionally she gets mixed. And occasionally she says like I'm the older one, because I always gotta keep an eye on you and keep you safe. That kind of stuff. Oh my god! How are you not dead? giving you all this heals. Freaking don't die, man. Ah, ooh, thanks. Thanks, bro. So what was I saying? Yeah, Kate. Like, even though Kasey had met her when she was like a little baby, and ooh. Okay, I was about to say, where you going, buddy? Ow. So yeah, although Kasey like have met her when she was like a small, tiny little babu, Karina naturally just assumed that she was. I mean, Karina pretty much saw Kasey as like the dainty young older sister. So from that point on, she like swore to him that he would keep her safe in spite of him being the oldest. So normally you'd think that he would correct her about that, but he never did. Because honestly, he was honestly genuinely impressed by how strong she was, even though she was like a small kid. She was a small, tiny kid, but she had like this courageous heart. That's probably how he started to like her too. But once Karina was like 10 years old, and then Kasey was 13 at the time, I believe. Well, actually, before they even hit their double digits, Kasey's parents, Kasey's mother got a job as a gleaner for Charlia, so the family had to move, and that's how they ended up getting separated. So they weren't able to like learn the skills at Gridania like everybody else. Although they weren't able to like learn the skills that they had dreamed about doing. Oh, sorry, I'm a little occupied. Let me rewind all that. So before they even got to their double digits, Kasey had to move because his mom had gotten a job at Charlia. To be a gleaner for them, so all their hopes and dreams about becoming adventurers together pretty much like essentially been ruined because of this move. So the two promised to learn how to like learn the skills on how to become like good fighters, so that when they do come see each other again, they can just start their adventures from there. So, yes. So while Karina learned how to be a lancer from her mother, Kasey was enrolled in Charlia, and he learned how to do like the basics of magic and stuff. So that's why I think it's fitting for Kasey to like learn about the scholar stuff too. Oh, geez, not you again. Oh, not this fucker. Poor dragon. Friggin' became a hybrid of all things. What the? Oh. Is it in or out? Oh no, it's out! Fuck me, out! Okay, that's in for sure. But yeah. So I think I want to teach Kasey the scholar job. The arcanist. The arcanist jobs. Let me say that better. Forward. Oh boy. Hold on. Oh fuck. Okay. We're good. Ow, frick. Ow! Fuck. There we go. Good job. Good job, crew. Alright, let's get out of here. But yeah, that's a little bit of history about how Karina and Kasey had met and how Kasey knows about magic. Well, he knows about magic, but he's more leaned towards mechanist because believe it or not, his dad was Garlean before he decided to leave with. Yeah, his dad was Garlean, and he was pretty good at mechanist and was a sharpshooter, which ironically his mother was a huntress from a different tribe. Yeah, from a distant tribe. And she was a very talented bow and a huntress who was good with a bow and arrow. So at the time when his father was fleeing from Garlemald to become a merchant to become a merchant at Udall. That's where he met his mother, and they pretty much hit it off. Eventually, she did find out she was a Garlean, but she didn't see him for just that, but rather she actually just liked him because he was just a genuinely good person. Like, it came to a surprise, but she never actually cared. She was honestly like this bubbly person who soon became like head over heels for her husband. But over time her husband started becoming the same as well. I guess you could say they pretty much rubbed off. Her clinginess actually rubbed off on him too. So, and then they gave birth to Kasey. And then she gave birth to Kasey, in which Casey's personality, he's like a little more, he's a bit more outgoing and like a little laxed, but he's like incredibly smart and pretty good at using a bow and a gun, so long as he has glasses. Yes, so yeah, in case y'all haven't noticed, Kasey always wears his glasses because, in spite of him being like both his parents being like sharpshooters, Kasey can shoot a gun or bow really well. He's farsighted. He can't see things from afar that well. Kind of like the one girl from the job quest on Dawn Trail. He had the same problem. That was actually the same. That was just how he helped her with her problem as well. And now he's actually quite good at using and he's actually is quite a good ace at being a sharpshooter. But he can also but he's also a sage, mainly to help heal Karina when she goes Gunbreaker. So yeah, that's a little bit of a lore drop for Kasey. Maybe next time when we do this again, I'll give you a little bit of more lore drop for Karina too. That's just what I can tell you for now. Like, I would love to, like, go ahead and just tell y'all about, like, a more detailed background history on Karina and Kasey, but I have to get that together for another day. So, yeah. I might actually do a video about that, just for the fun of it. Okay, so we did these. Those are done, and now we're gonna do those. We might as well just do Dong, Meg, and this one too, so we could just go ahead and get them done. Oh, Mount Golg it is. Good. I hope y'all are prepared for this flashbang out that's about to drop, because it is gonna burn some eyes. Oh, not yet, but we're gonna get there. Hey, what's up?
So it is he.
Bite me, bitch.
Will not defile my new paradise.
I'm gonna be real with you all. During the fight with that one guy, I forgot what was it called? Fuck. During that Vault 3 fight, I'm not gonna lie, I don't give a fuck about his second form. Like, everybody was like when he gets to that second form, everyone goes like, oh no, he's hot. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, brother, I've seen better. Ah, don't die on me, I'm about to come and get you. Ow, you bitch! Oh god, he wants to keep going. Fuck you. Fucking fuck, man. To be fair, I actually live for this kind of thing. So you better be lucky. Oh fuck, 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 fuck. You got this, buddy. Ooh, fuck. Actually, fuck. Have another one. Oh, fuck me. Oh, God, please don't die. Kasey, please, please. We can do this. We can do this. This is the kind of excitement that we're looking for. Yay, we did it. That was close. That was a close one. Freaking fucks. I'm not talking about the tech, I'm talking about this fucking angel. Those fucking angels. Oh, that was invigorating. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, that Vault 3 fight and his Phase 2 form. Like, I don't give a fuck what people say. I've seen better. Y'all can say like, oh my gosh, he's so hot, gorgeous. Me, on the other hand, I'm not gonna forget the fact that this guy's turned to a sick man. And yeah, you can say it was the Asian's fault for letting him get like this at birth. But dude, yeah, but dude, nuh-uh. But still, nuh-uh. His parents really shouldn't have never listened to him to begin with. Then none of this shit would have happened. Like, by the time he got a hold of their son, he's no longer gonna be, like, redeemable. So, yeah. Like, what he already done is, like, pretty fucked up as is, so... Especially, like, giving everybody that meal that was pretty much turning everybody into sinners. I mean, sin eaters. So, slowly turning them into sin eaters. Let me mind you. Oh, Jesus. You alright, man? How did you get hit? Ow, prick. Ah. You alright, buddy? Alright, good. I just slapped him. But yeah. Okay, we won. But yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck if he was only like this because of birth. Y'all. Nuh-uh. I just can't find it in my heart to forgive that sick man. And then there's that, too. No wonder Alphanon, like, pretty much did not like him, because, believe it or not, he used to be like that, too, and he knows it. So I'm like, brother, jeez. So it's like, it's pretty much like a reminder of, like, what would have happened if if Alphanon had not grown up, had not learned the lesson from the whole banquet event that went down. Trying to think like you know everything kind of thing without learning the consequences that come before it. Or thinking like, so long as this happens, everything should be fine, right? Nah. Not everyone will see it that way, so yeah. So yeah, Vault 3 is pretty much like what would have happened if he never learned the lesson. Ow, prick. Okay, here's the flashbang I was warning y'all about. But yeah. And a little bit of a tiny lore drop about Karina. She had already knew, like, the moment he, like, saw Vault 3... Yeah, the moment he saw, like, Vault 3 and saw how fucked up he really was, she immediately thought about... She automatically knew, like, for the fact, like, Jesus, this guy makes... Like, at first she joked about how Vault 3 makes it look like what... How before Alphanon was like, wasn't really much of an annoyance. But now she's like, oh fuck, this is what she was probably in her head. She was like, Jesus, is this what would have happened if Alphanon didn't like grow up or improve on his attitude about things? Good God, this fucker needs to die. Like, she found it annoying, essentially. Because it reminded her of how Alphanon was like before. And she did not like it at all. Because she knows that she's a better person now. And the fact that Vault 3 was like what would have happened had annoyed her so much. Like, she was like done with him now. On top of that, and all the things that all his cocky attitudes and all that stuff, he was like, fuck that noise. And that's pretty much me too. I was already fed up with how this person saw everybody, how Vault 3 saw everybody as. And it was crazy how this was like how Alphanon used to be like back then. I'm glad that Alphanon is a better man than he ever was. Oh, you got it? Yeah, it makes me genuinely happy that he became such a better person than Vault 3. I'm so glad he is 6 feet under. So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about this whole thing. Like seriously, I don't give a fruity fuck that if that guy's hotter than a second floor. Fuck that noise. There are much better evil looking hotties out there than Valtteri, alright? I don't give a fuck at all. Like freaking I'll even say it. Why not freaking what's his name? Okay, we win. But yeah, shoot, I forgot. Xenos. There's Xenos, there's Griffin. Shut up, dude. But yeah, there's Xenos. Shut up. But yeah, there's Xenos, Griffin, Amano, and not Hephaestus, no. Are you gonna keep going? Yep. Alright, yeah, figured. Jesus! I thought you wanted to keep going. I wasn't gonna stop you. There you go. Yeah, it was that one guy from Endwalker who was like the mastermind of the whole thing. But there's also Emmett Selk. There's also Emmett Selk. There's a bunch of hot baddies out there. Anyone but Valtteri. Fuck. Oh, and ooh, I thought of a well, yeah. There's also shoot, I forgot his name. But no, yeah, there's just. But yeah, basically all those baddies except for Valtteri. Oh, Ranjit. There you go. There's Ranjit. Hey, don't judge me, alright? Ranjit, despite him being like being a sociopath, he's actually not that bad looking either. So yeah. For those who actually don't mind freaking Valtteri's second form, y'all may gladly have them. But me, fuck that asshole. Yeah, fuck that arrogant asshole. I feel bad for this girl right here. I already know who she was. I have a feeling who she was before. Ow.
Stop that, damn you! I don't care what it takes!
Shut up. But yeah, I already know who this girl was before. She was the songstress who's... Ow, bitch. She was the... For those who... Or I might be wrong, though, at the same time. But... Yeah, I might be wrong. But... She was... Oh. Hold on, wait. Spoiler alert. I have a feeling that for a while, I believe that this person... Before she became like a sin eater, she was the songstress who had like a bad throat, essentially. There she is. Yeah, essentially she was the songstress who had that terrible, like she couldn't sing anymore. There we go. Yeah, she was the songstress who couldn't sing anymore. So, and then the person who was like looking after her sent her to an ascent so that she could live in retirement, but obviously ascent meant she was gonna get turned to a sin eater, so it wasn't really much of an ascent to begin with. So yeah. So when I saw this fight, and then I was like just straight up sad for her. Like, god damn it. Yeah, and look at these move names. Fortissimo? Yeah, Orison Fortissimo. Yeah, that is definitely the songstress. That's like my, yeah, that's like my little tidbit that I know for a fact. That's like my little evidence right there. Because most of her most of her moves are pretty much like the moves are like based off of like song vocab and stuff. So yeah, so that made me think, oh yeah, it's definitely the songstress. So it made me feel bad for her. At least she's in a better place now. Alright, so that's done. So what are we doing next? Let me pull up the book. Ooh, cross fingers. Hell yeah! I want at least one of them. It's gonna go straight to the red mage. Red mage is actually a lot more fitting for Kasey. Because as like the title says, Kasey is pretty much the Ironworks bard. Like, he's pretty laxed. Yeah, he's pretty laxed. Although he's smart, he's very lax. He much prefer like making songs, singing songs, flirting with other girls occasionally, and pretty much not really putting up much work. But when things do get down to business, he actually does like put in the work for it. Like, if he is on a project, he will get it done like half the time. So long as he doesn't really sleep or eat. Because it happened numerous times. And yeah, it happened numerous of times. And when Creed always checks up on him, he usually just like passes out. He's usually just like passed out, hungry and dying. So yeah. Now whenever that happens, Karina would just break in and just force him to have a day off. The last thing she wants to see is the last thing she wants to come in to his workshop is when he's dying in her arms. So yeah. He can be serious, but most of the time he much prefers to just like relax. Alright. I got you some nice stories. I hope you like them. And I'm gonna take one of these. I'm gonna take one of these, okay? Thank you, Cole. Can I have another? There you go. Oh, another thing that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about is, so, I'm sure y'all heard of Power Wash, right? Well, apparently Power Wash is about to drop a... Oops, sorry. Power Wash is... Yeah, Power Wash Simulator 2, I believe? Power Wash Simulator 2 actually is about to drop like a collaboration event featuring Adventure Time. And I didn't plan for it for this week, but next week I really want to actually do that on solo. It'd be I think it'd be really fun if we did if we have a stream for that. Cuz I do have Power Wash. I actually like to play that if I want to just like be able to like fall asleep. If I got like too much energy in me, then I would definitely do that. So that might be a fun little stream for next week. I'm assuming that the collaboration will still be there for next week. So get ready for that. I might swap it out for one of the Final Fantasy dailies. Don't get me wrong, I like Final Fantasy just as much as the next person, but sometimes you gotta add a little variety to stream sometimes. Hopefully there's not a lot of stuff that we gotta do. So maybe it'll just be like for that week, and then we can just go back to our usual. But yeah, so there's that I wanted it to do. Alright, what's the next one? Oh, I gotta do another one. And then 70 and 80, I can do that. 90, I can also do that. 100, and then Shellbrader Inwalker. I really want to do I want to have a reason to go do the Stormblood one, but oh well. I won't do them anyway, so I'm a little more upset that I can't cheese my way to doing that one, the Havensward normal raids. We gotta do the Sigmascape and this one. Actually got a queue in for this one. This one I can do it solo. Oh, I can do all three of these solo. And then we could do the Cruiserweight, and then we could do the this and that. And then this one I could do solo right along with these four. So we'll do these 4 solo, but I think the next ones we're gonna queue in for is for the big Abysso, and then we'll do the Cruiserweight. I think that's the plan. That's our next to-do list. And we'll do it all as Paladin. So let me just go ahead and queue in for the... Hey, oh, actually, hold on, wait. Before we queue it in, gotta turn that off. Where is the thing? Okay, so Cruiserweight. I'm gonna queue in for these. We'll queue in for this, and for this. There you go. Because I'm sure everybody needs a tank for any of these. Since we are on Kasey's side, I guess I can tell you a little bit more about Kasey. I already gave you some tidbits about what Kasey's like in his childhood and what he is for his like work. I guess I could tell you about oh, never mind. Oh, flashbang warning. Because I know this one's going to be a little more bright, too. There I feel it, my heart is blazing. Revolutionary flashback. Oh, that's what someone had said. You can probably see the text behind me, but my face is covering it. You really shouldn't be seeing the text box anyway. Look at how gorgeous face instead. Look at his face. All right. Forget about what everybody's talking about. Oh no! Someone said they forgot. Someone said they forgot this fight. Well,
Let's begin, shall we?
that's what makes the fight even more fun.
Can the challenger defeat them?
We're all here to retrigger the trauma. Yep. It's all right. We'll just learn as we go. That's how trauma works. Hey, how's it going? With nowhere to go, that's one thing I know. Oh, the little mouse. Oh, she's so cute. I didn't know my tank buddy was a Lala. Look at her and her little. Oh, geez. Look at her and her little sword and shield. It's adorable.
A stylish evasion, well done.
Look at her. Oh, I gotta get. After this, I'll get a close up. I know this fight by the back of my hand. Come prepared if you dare, but you'll never bring me down. Oh fuck. Ow. I'm good. Where is she? There he is. There she is. Look at her. Look at her. She's so tiny.
I do like
There.
toys.
Right there. Oh, she has a cute little outfit. It's so cute. Okay, so. I know I'm supposed to do my combo, but let me just compliment this adorable little Lala. She's so adorable. Oh,
Can't you fend off a pack of wolves?
rip that poor guy. Ah, you bitch! Right in the middle of my combo.
Fly true. The earth is mine to command.
Hey, go off. Thank you. Oh, I can't. It's fine. We can take it. There's nowhere to go. That's one thing I know. Oh gosh, she's so adorable. Okay. I'm sorry.
We've scarcely begun.
Okay, here comes. Alright, I hope every DPS is still alive after this. Come here. Come here. Bear my thing. My heart's racing in the thrill of the fight as I run. And I howl. Come on. At the moon, I know I was trained to feed any foe. There is nowhere that. Hey, we're good at video games.
Bear my biting wings.
Oh, yeah, double wings.
Still you stand. How delightful.
This is hello, 0 damage. The power of the paladins, baby. This man ain't gonna touch us today. Not that I wouldn't mind. Wee. Oh, random fact about Kasey.
Power can be wielded in surprising ways.
This is just a random one, very, very random, but it's very important that y'all should know. Wait, after this goes off. Where's my live, bitch? Ow! Ow! Oh god, it hurts. At least the healer's alright. Oh, I can't protect you from that. Ow. Can feel the walls are closing in. Oh, fuck.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Oh, before I forget, yes, the tidbit. The fact that I want everybody to know. It's a random fact, but... Yeah, it's a random fact, but I still want everybody to know. Something about Kasey. That... Oh, bitch. Ow. Ow.
You're mine.
Okay. But, yeah. Can I get a chance to tell that Kasey fact, dude? Or are you just gonna keep interrupting me? Oh, he's fucking dead. Oh no, he lived! Ah, gotcha. Oh, fuck me sideways. Live. Alright. You're welcome. Okay. Before any more interruptions, a random fact about Kasey that you should all know.
Try this.
Okay? Like,
They're back on their
listen.
feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Oh! No, he can't. I mean, no, they can't. Fuck! Come on, move. Bitch. Oh, I can't save y'all from that.
The challenger, rise it again.
Ah, y'all got the wings. Oh, people are dying. People are dying. People are dying. Woo! Wrong move. Ah. Thanks. I was hitting all the random buttons. Fuck. He's almost down. Alright, let's go. GG's.
It's all over.
Cute
Until next time.
Good. Thanks, Tank Buddy. Alrighty. I'm going home. I'm going home. Alright. I had to literally get out of the fight so I could tell you the fact. The little fun fact about Kasey. A random fact, but it's still an important one. So, although I do ship Karina and Kasey, because I couldn't think of any other ships that would go well with Karina aside from Thancred. Or, yeah, aside from Thancred. But one very random fact. Kasey does indeed swing both ways. Yes, he's bi. That was the random fact. He swings both ways. Like, for a while, he... Like, in spite of him, being, being... Yeah, in spite of Kasey, don't get me wrong, he still loves Karina with all his heart, but at the time, when he was, away from her, probably has no idea what she's like now. But... Yeah, he still loves Karina just as much as he was beforehand, but at the time when he was when he was away from her, and then there was the time of the Umbral Calamity where he thought maybe she had got killed during that time. Kasey did in fact swing both ways. Mainly due to the fact that he had the appearance of a girl and a boy, so a lot of the guys fell for him for his yeah, a lot of guys and girls fell for his androgynous appearance. So, yeah, pretty much like that. He had an androgynous appearance that everybody really, really liked. So, yeah, that's why he's bi. But in the end of the day, his heart clearly belonged to Karina's. But yeah, that's just a random fact. Alright. Down to the next, thingy. Now we gotta do these. Okay, that means I gotta do the fourth one too. What is the thing that does the cruiserweight? Okay, so I gotta unlock the 8th one too, in case anyone wants to do it. So I guess... Okay, so that tidbit that I learned, that I wanted to tell you was done. What else can I tell you about Kasey? So... I'm not gonna actually do any tribal quests. I just want to actually do some finish the Wonder Tale that I'm working on, and then do a couple of the other Wonder Tales. I'm just gonna be very casual about it. I'm not gonna really like do it all in a single night. But what else is there to learn about Kasey? I haven't got this yet. There you go. Look out. There you go. Well, I guess since we're here, you know what's one thing I want to do? I want to actually watch some of the cutscenes for Alexander, because I feel like this was where Kasey's expertise like started kicking in, was during the Alexander the Alexander like trials went down. Because I want to add that to the story. I mean, add that to his little background. This is where everybody called Kasey like the freaking Ironworks bard. So I can't really say any fun tidbits about him during this trial. So I guess I'll tell you how Kasey joined in on Karina's adventures during a Realm Reborn, post Realm Reborn. So you know how when Moon Brea came in? Yeah, when Moon Brea came in, went to out of the Science request, listen, this is just like headcanon stuff. Yeah, this is just headcanon stuff. It's not what actually happens in the story. I'm just gonna let you all know. It's not what happened in the story. This is like my little like story about Karina kind of stuff. But when Moon Brea came to Eosia out of the Science request, or actually Minfilia's request, she actually brought Kasey with her. Not just she actually was the one who brought Kasey, took Kasey along with her as well. Not because of like out of protection of like escorting her or anything, but apparently when Moon Brea was told about an Ari girl being the warrior of light, and then giving a description of what Karina looked like, Kasey had asked Kasey if this Ari girl was a childhood friend of hers, because because back then he used to talk about this Ari girl that he used to remember when he was young. Is that a no? It's not. It's not the high level one. But yeah, during his time in Charlia, him and Moonbrita was like Brea was like classmates at one point. So okay, and there was one time he had actually told Moonbrita about Karina as a childhood, and how he still thinks like the seventh umbrella calamity had killed her, since she hasn't gotten any letters from her like since several years. But when she was told about when she told him about what the Ari girl that Minfilia was talking about and what she's been doing, he immediately like almost begged her like to let him come with her so she could see if this Ari girl was in fact his long lost friend. And that's how he came to Gridania. He was super happy to see her again. Like, I kid you not, the moment she saw him, he was like almost like the same as Moonbrita. He just went right in for the hug, no questions asked. He held her in her arms and everything. And meanwhile, Karina was freaking the hell out because Karina had known Kasey as like this petite little girl. Yeah, she had known her as like this petite little girl. So she was like freaking out, like, who the fuck is this weird rabbit boy, and why is he hugging me? When he tried to explain that it was him, she still couldn't believe it. But then, and here's another fun fact about Karina. Like, you know how auras have like sensitive ears? Like, they listen to the vibrations and stuff. So most of the time they're like pretty sensitive. Kasey actually found out about how sensitive her little horns were, especially like behind it. She would usually rub it to calm her down and stuff, or tease her a little bit. And when that happens, she either gets flustered or gets like, or becomes like super relaxed. So when he did that, that's when she knew, like, oh wait, that is Kasey. What the fuck happened to you? She was like, what the fuck? It is Kasey. What did you do? Like, she was super duper confused. Like, she generally believed that Kasey was actually just a girl, but no, she was a boy. She was a boy. Wait, is that it? No, that's another one of the listed ones. But yeah, apparently she was a he actually. Eventually, Moonbrita had to explain to her that that Viras don't like know Viras have like this androgynous sex. Yeah, this androgynous sex until they grow up to like 13 years old. And that's when it came out that Kasey was a boy this whole time. And he never did change his name because although he probably thought that Karina was like dead, she still had this small lingering hope, like maybe one day they'll see each other again somehow and find out. Now, yeah, that one day she'll probably see each other again. So she didn't want to change his name because she's worried that she might not know him at all if they do end up seeing again, which did happen. She didn't know who he was, but thankfully he never changed it. So yeah, that's pretty much how they reunited, was during that series. And some more, and to add it on to like Moonbrita being like his like one of his like occasional classmates / friend, he was actually really close with the twins too. Most of the class that he took, he also had them. He was also classmates with them, and they will run into him occasionally. So yeah, so Alizé and Alphinaud had already known Kasey thanks to the Charlian days. He never ran into the other Scions as much. He does remember Thancred for sure, because he had stolen. He and him had a poker game, and which Kasey won at, but then Thancred had stolen his money anyway. So he still remembers Thancred for sure. Still. So yeah. He was a troublemaker that he often had to chase after, so he knew a little bit of Thancred. Everybody else, though, he did not know as much. He did also know a little bit about Raha as well. Like, they didn't know each other as a classmates or anything, but he did, and both of them did, in fact, had, like, similar ideals, too, about, like, heroes and all that stuff. So, and they would often catch each other in the library, so he knew that one. And when he found out that he was, like, with Ironworks, he was like, oh, sweet, partner. So, yeah, that's how they became friends as well. Wait, is that it? Yes, it is. Okay, hold on, wait. Okay, I got time until then. Alright. I need you to heal a little faster, sweetie, so... Just gonna... There you go. And then I'll just wait until I get up to speed. Alright. Ooh, that's the wrong... whatever. Oh, Jesus, now he's getting even more stronger. But he ain't gonna last long. I knew if I flew around much, I would run into one of these guys.
I win.
Now, where was I? Alright, so yeah. That's like his little, like, early connections with some of the Scions. Like, he knew Raha for a little bit. He doesn't know much about... He knew Raha, he knew Thancred, he knew the Levier twins. Everybody else, he didn't really know much about it because they never ran into each other, like, at all. Oh, another visa spot. And although the Levier twins saw him, like, as, like, this random gleaner's kid, he still, like, pretty much act as if he was their gleaner as well, too. Like, whenever Alizé or Alphinaud had a project, he would actually go out and get the items out of exploration. And there were times where he actually brought them with him to get the items as well. So he knew them very well as, like, their... classmate / gleaner. So he knew them. He knew them, and he sort of kind of saw them as a friend, but I wouldn't say that much. But obviously, later on, they do become good. All of them do become good friends with each other. Yeah, all three of them become good friends with each other. But at that time, he was like, I guess we're, like, sort of kind of friends with benefits. I don't know. Freaking friends with benefits is wild. But yeah, pretty much like friends who help each other out occasionally. But nothing really more. But once we start entering when like the banquet thing went down, Kasey was pretty much all over like getting Karina and Alphinaud out of that situation. Like as soon as possible. Like when he heard like that the whole thing was gonna be a setup, he was like immediate, like he went full on paladin mode and and kept the two of them safe from getting into any more injuries. So yeah. Yeah, he had to go in there and get Kurita and Kasey from anyone who tried from anyone who tried to capture them. And thankfully with Alize like pretty much like telling him where to go or how to and where to take them, he was able to help out in some way about what was out of the like that whole banquet massacre thing. So yeah. And while like once they actually got out of there and then Alpha stopped self-loathing, he pretty much like, hey man, he was pretty much like letting him know that yeah, you kind of fucked up on your end. You didn't, no one, but it wasn't entirely your fault. But it wasn't like entirely your fault, even though it was like a little bit, like, well, yeah, I'm trying to remember back, like he was pretty much saying like even regardless if it is your fault, you could always start all over again, and this time I'll help you out like I've always done since we were students of Baldesia. So yeah, that's essentially like him helping up. That was what his part was. Like, since things are like pretty much getting out of hands, I'm gonna definitely stick with you guys. I'm gonna definitely stick with you, Karina, and the rest of the Scions until things get like back to normal, quote unquote back to normal. And I'll help you, and also plus I'll help you like realize what it really means to like be like this savior for Eosia, and all that good stuff. Essentially taking like quote unquote taking Moonbreeda's part. I mean, Moonbreeda's place in a way. Again, this is like not what happened in the story, but this is like just like a Karina's side of the story headcanon. Like he's essentially like pretty much like he's pretty much gonna be he's gonna be a Scion. He's gonna anoint himself as a Scion and help them out during these and help them out on clearing their names and all that good stuff. And it was a good time too, because at that time something else happened, and Karina had lost her starter tank. So, but I won't tell you any more than that, because that's gonna be part of the A Realm Aboard rewalk that I wanna do in the future. But yeah, he took the place for another party member that Karina was traveling with a long time ago. During the beginnings of Realm Reborn. So yeah, that's how Kasey became part of the Scions after everything. And for those who are wondering, how did he felt like about what after Moonbreeda's sacrifice, he was pretty much like shocked. He was like in shock that Moonbreeda ended up dying. I mean, sacrificing herself for her friends. And the sad, ironic part is like when Karina asked him, Kasey, why he was with Moonbreeda, he told him that he was his escort, his quote-unquote escort. Like, he was gonna be like his little knight that kept her safe, but which that is not true. He just he's essentially hitched a ride with her, but he pretty much joked, like, saying that she was his escort, he was gonna protect her and all that good stuff. But when hearing that Murita had actually died saving them, he was like, shit. He was pretty shocked, and even said, I truly failed on my part. Like, obviously it's not really his fault per se, but still, he felt like he was shocked on how Murita had died. Like, even though he did not know her that well, and all he did was pretty much hitch a ride, reconnected with her, hitched a ride to go to Aosia with her to see her long-lost friend. He was just pretty much shocked that she pretty much was gone now. Like, he could have at very least like, even though he did reconnect, he could have started getting to know her a little more better than just classmates like Alphanon and Alize. But now he never got that chance, so he was like awestruck. I mean, he was like shocked that just happened to her. So now he's like, even though, and like I said, he was basically joking around saying that, yeah, I'm her escort. I was helping her get her to. I was helping her go to Aosia so she could meet up with you guys. But now that she's gone, she's like, all right, then I'll take her. All right, then. Even though I was joking around, I was bullshitting around about it, I'm actually gonna take her place for real. As a way to apologize, as a way to apologize to her for not doing his escort duties. Like, again, it's not really his fault that she did what she had to, but at the same time he was like, fuck. Well, now I really done fucked up on my end. So yeah. So that was his part. That was like his little intro series during post ARR towards the end. And then throughout Havensward and Stormblood. Throughout Havensward, he continued to be like the tank and also the like on the go mechanist for mech guy for the Scions and for Karina as well. During that same time though, he also oh dang it, how long does it take for people to queue in for this? I guess people don't really want to do a BISO. Yeah, it's been 20 minutes. Alright. Yeah, we're not gonna wait too long for that now. I guess we'll just solo some other stuff. Yeah, it's been 20 minutes too long. So what's the other ones that we gotta do? So we're gonna do Wreath of Snakes, Emanation, and Containment Bay. So we'll go fight a big snake, the big snake again. I was looking forward to actually doing the Hell's Kier again, but it's fine. We'll do that another week. Maybe we'll get a chance to get that freaking mount. Is my
If I must forsake myself to keep mine own, then so be it.
and another.
Not for mercy.
What else is there? Oh, the job change during Store Blood. So,
Tremble before true power.
there you go.
Impudent mortals.
Ah, shoot. Okay, at least I got the thingy. But, yeah, the job change that happened during Store Blood. So, at the time where Karina gave up being a dragoon after everything that went down to during the Dragon Song War. And then when she started picking up Gunbreaker, Kasey heard about the matter of Garlemald. I mean, the Garleans coming in, so... And since... Ah, Jesus. Oh. I'll tell you more about it later.
None can match my might. Flesh of my flesh. Show them their folly.
Shoot.
I must have more. Oh, barbaric armor.
What was I thinking about? Okay, so... Yeah, during the time... I think he was... Yeah, during the time, Kasey was trying to help Karina figure out what kind of job she could become instead of a dragoon. Out of respect for what happened at the Dragon Song War. He wanted it to teach Karina how to do like spells and stuff, but as you know, Karina has like a very strong, like a super crazy amount of... Yeah, she has like a crazy amount of like ether. Like, so much so that, like, it's actually to the point where it's dangerous for her to keep it all in for a long time. Maybe it's because she's, like, the warrior of light or something, but Yeah, maybe it's because she's a warrior of light or anything, but either way, she has like a crazy amount of... Yeah, she has a ridiculous amount of ether in her, so she has a terrible... So she has like terrible... There you go. But... Damn. Okay. I got serious scale. I'll keep the bow though. But yeah, so he did at one point try to convince her to try becoming a become one of like the magical taking up the discipline of magic, but after being explained like she has like crazy amount of ether. Like, well, actually, no, let me rewind that. So, as a suggestion, since she had so much ether, he tried to, both her and him tried to, Kasey tried to introduce her to some discipline of magic jobs. It did not go well at all. Black Mage, she broke her wand. Her two-handed wand. And she broke her single-handed wand too. So that wasn't happening. Summoner, her familiars were too violent and they did not listen to her at all. And the worst part was they were so strong that they proven to be too much to handle, so she couldn't be a summoner. Red Mage, she broke her sword. She broke her sword easily. And the little thing that one, the moment it fell into her hand, it shattered like completely. So she couldn't be a Red Mage. What other job was it? Not Pictomancy, because that's the job that ended up becoming her thing. Let me see. So yeah, with at the time, all the magical ranges weren't her thing, because either her things get destroyed or it goes haywire. So at the very end of their hopes, that's when they ran into the mentors for the Gunbreaker, and she learned how to gunbreak, because she could actually store those ethers into the bullets, and they could unleash some devastating attacks. And she was like, all right, this is my calling. So hearing that, Kasey actually sent a letter to his parents about sending him back his old sage equipment. At the time, yeah, he asked them to send back the sage equipment that he had made a long time ago during his time in Charlia, which they did. But his father also sent Kasey a letter saying like, hey, Garleans are actually doing a fair amount. There are Garleans out there in Girabania and Kugane, in the area of Kugane, the Ruby Seas, but yeah, there are Garlean advances happening over there. You need to go check it out. You need to either be careful and try to avoid it, or try to avoid it, because for the longest of time they've been always trying to avoid Garleans detecting him, because their dad was essentially part of the army, but he had but he ran away because after that whole mess in Boja. So he eventually abandoned that. So he's a traitor right now. So he doesn't want him or any of his family getting caught. So that was what the letter had sent right along with his sage equipment. For a while, he contemplated about going to help Lise with her quest, but Karina had pretty much told her to, like, a lot of people will start getting hurt again if they don't go out, if she doesn't go out there, and even if he doesn't go, she'll just go without her. So obviously he's not gonna do that, let alone let Garlands actually hurt her. So he's like, fuck it, I'll just go anyways. If I get caught, I get caught. But he made it so vague that nobody knew that he was the son of the traitor Garlean. Well, everyone and none of the Garleans ever knew that was the case until Xenos. He's like, Xenos, when he first came in, when he first came in, he had already known that he was the traitors. He had already known what Kasey was about, because believe it or not, at a young age he knew who Kasey was. Who's Kasey's father was, and seeing him using mechanist weapons at one point, he was like, oh, so he hadn't already known he was who he said he was. So during that first encounter at Rolga's Reach, that wasn't when they interacted, but at the second time they actually came in at that one village when him, Karina, and what's her name? I forgot her name. That one ninja girl. Jeez, the names are all getting jumbled up. But when they tried to attack Xenos that one time, when the guys were like coming into to that one village, he actually got up to him and told him, "You have the smell of the traitorous bastard who left." How fitting. And Kasey was like, fuck me. Like, so the only person he knew, so he was like, fuck, now he really gotta go. Because 9 times out of 10, he'll probably look for his dad. So he was like, fuck, now I gotta kill him for sure. And he does get his ass handed, sadly. Fortunately, he wasn't in mortal danger thanks to Karina actually, like, getting a better grip on as a gunbreaker, so yeah. So that's like his little tidbit on. That's just like a simmer of like his little tidbit on during his time during the Stormblood thing happening. Wait, what was I doing again? Oh yeah, I was doing more trials. So we're done with this. We're going backwards. Next we gotta do emanation. Choosing the wrong class. Actually, I'm gonna do it as a Viper, so I can just get it done quick.
Open your heart to me.
Oh, a little fun fact um about the Vera. A lot of the female.
Do not your souls wave
Yeah, a little
me?
story fact about the Vera, between Vera and and Kasey. All the girls. I'm just gonna say all the girls were like really into Kasey, like a lot. Come here, chest. There it is, blissful Kamuya. But yeah, a little fun fact about between Kasey and the Vera. All the Vera snakes actually found Kasey like literally not only delectable but also like straight up handsome. However, Kasey was not very. Kasey, on the other hand, who's normally like always using that to flirt around with some of the girls, but when it came to Vira, he was terrified. Like one of his little fears is that he hated snakes. Mainly because of Karina, because back then Karina would catch snakes and all sorts of critters, and she would ask her parents to cook them and have them for dinner. So when they were young, she would actually like catch snakes and try to bring it to Kasey and tell, "Hey, let's have it for lunch." And he would freak the hell out because Karina was a savage little monster. She was definitely her savage father, being all like wilderness man. Homegirl would like catch snakes with her bare hands and actually like gut them. Like, yeah. Believe it or not, at a young age, she knew how to gut like critters and animals. So gutting a snake was like easy to her, but for Kasey, it was like the most terrifying thing he ever saw of her doing. It's just like pretty much straight up catching and gutting animals and even eating them. And at the time, she tried to help Kasey get over it by literally bringing the snakes up close to them after they're dead, but that just made him even more scared of them. So when he saw the Vera, he was freaking the fuck out, and all he wanted to do was hide and run. That's how terrified he was. I'll add this to the favorites. Yeah, he was terrified of the Veras. Out of all the hotties out there, he was especially scared of Veras. And what was Karina doing at the time when that happened? Laughing her ass off on the side. Because that was like the one memory of Kasey that she did remember him by, was him being so fucking scared of snakes. So when the viewers appear, she was laughing her ass off even more so.
The unenlightened come.
Okay, that's that. But what else was I going to say? But yeah. So that was that was another fact about Kasey. Is like he's scared of Vera's. He's scared of snakes. He's scared of the Vera's too. And that was just hilarious to Karina. Cause believe it or not, because ironically enough, she's best friends with the Vera's. She actually finds them very pretty. And they have great nails too. Kasey on the other hand, no thanks. And he used to be good, and he was supposed to be good with talking to girls, but nope. When it comes to Vera, he'd rather stay far away. I know. Since we're about to hit the last of the last one that we're gonna do for tonight, because it is 12 o'clock and I should be trying to go to bed. We're doing the Sigmascape. I just don't know which one I want to do. We'll do this one. It's almost over. There you go. Bye-bye. Alright. That's that. Go ahead and clear that off. So that makes 5. What was the other thing that I gotta do for Mog Stoves? I might do it. Might. Thank you. 60. The twinning. Should I? Nah, I gotta go to bed. Oh. Well, actually, before I do go to bed, let me go ahead. While I send Kasey back to his house. Let me go ahead and tell you about the relationship between him and the Garleans. That'll be the last little fun fact about Kasey. So, as I've already told you before, his father was was born and raised as a Garlean. He became part of the Empire's army as their mechanist. But after being commissioned to Welt, and after how things ended there, I mean, he was once stationed at Welt for some time, and then he transferred to Boja, and then after the circumstances that went down there, he decided to leave Garlemald with Garlemald with Cid, who he was quite close with as well. So he didn't become part of the Scions, but he just pretty much helped. He pretty much helped Cid whatever he like needed parts and stuff. As a thank you. So he was like one of their suppliers essentially. And at the time he was living in Gridania, and that's how he met his mom and all that good stuff. But now these days, for a while, Kasey did at a young age, Kasey didn't really think anyone really thought that it was a little abnormal that he didn't have like the third eye that most Garleans have, since he didn't have the third eye that he always saw his father had. He thought maybe it was just he was just a vira from the day he was wondering when he was getting his like third eye, but believe it or not, Kasey, some background stuff. Shoot, I can't tell you that much. But yeah, well, no, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. So, like, although Kasey's mom met. Kasey's mom and dad met. At the time, she had already given birth to Kasey. Like, she pretty much had already given birth to Kasey, yes. Like, when he was a little kid. Like, how they met, well, yeah, let me go ahead and just talk about it. Like, how pretty much Kasey's mom and dad met. Like, when he went to Gridania to, like, get away from it all and try to start all over from scratch, he actually tried to build a little hunt for him to focus on his metal work. But that was how they met his mother, because she thought that his house was abandoned. So he tried to, because at the time she had left her village due to circumstances, and she was carrying her son with her. And she traveled great lengths just to get away from, like, what had happened to her village. Like, it was getting, like, literal Garleans was, like, trying to capture the land, essentially, what had happened to, what his mother's backstory was. Like, they were capturing the land. She was, like, supposedly was put to be betrothed to someone, but it didn't work out because of that. Because of the Garlean invasion, so she took her son and got far away from the whole commotion and ended up sailing ashore to Gridania. For a while, she was pretty untrusting of everyone that she saw. So she thought maybe she would go build her hut as well, so she could raise Kasey all on her own. But she ran to his father's hut and thought that it was abandoned, so she just decided to take it. Little did she know that it was still being used. At the time she went there, the owner of the house wasn't there. But when she left Kasey for a brief second to check the surroundings, that's when his quote-unquote father came in and saw him. He thought maybe someone had abandoned him, only to find a woman aiming a bow at him, telling him to keep away from his son. which he was, which he wasn't, well, yeah. Yeah, she told him to keep away from his son. Well, he had already picked him up and everything, so he's like, alright, I'll put him down. Just don't hurt me, God. Jesus Christ. But that's when Kasey was like, well, little baby Kasey, he didn't know that he wasn't really his dad, but he started crying as soon as that his father put him down. Cause baby Kasey thought like, oh, that's my dad at the time, so she was astonished. So that made her mom like astonished that, hey, his son actually trusts this guy and actually wants to be with her. And he's like freaking out. I was like, oh no, he's already attached. This kid is already attached to me. I do not need this. But it was at that point, it was no use trying to get rid of him now. So he was like, okay, so let's talk it out. And after that, they decided to live together. And he decided to let her live in her house so that he could raise Kasey. And for the longest of time during his younger years, Kasey thought of him as the father and not really like this tribal prince who had died during the invasion. For a while, his mother and father did not know about their background story. I guess I'll call him the stepfather now. His stepfather did tell his mother that he was a Garlean, but she had already had a feeling after finding like his old Garlean stuff being tossed into some tool shed. So she decided to keep quiet about it and just watch as he interacts with Kasey to see if he really was bad to the bone, which he wasn't. Yeah, he was actually a pretty good dad. Even though he was like pretty stubborn about like, oh god, I'm taking care of this kid, Jesus Christ. He actually was really, really a good dad. Like he was actually made for being a dad. So over time she had grown to trust him and eventually grown to like him too. And when she told him how she felt, he was a little, he didn't really accept her feelings, because the part about him being a Garlean was the part about him being a Garlean and how her village got pretty much messed up. She was like, no, it's not real. I don't think you and I shouldn't be together. But she explained to her that she had already known that she was a Garlean, that he was a Garlean, and she didn't care at all. Because all that matters was the person, who he was as a person, rather than what his people had done to her. And he used and essentially pretty much used Kasey as a test. And for the longest of time, and throughout his childhood, Kasey really did legit believe that he was his father. So that was like, okay, so you're actually not a bad person at all. And for those who are wondering, no, he wasn't involved with the invasion at all. Like, he was literally a mechanic. He wasn't made for combat at all. Like, he was a good sharpshooter, but he just, like, he would much prefer working with tools rather than using them for fighting. So, yeah, that's how they pretty much got along, how his parents got together. So now, the relationship between the two. About his, like, Garlean background, to say the least. Like, for a while, as younger age, he thought his stepfather as his father, but but by the time he turned 16, he had found out, like, hey, he was a Garlean. So he thought maybe his mom was being forced to marry his stepfather due to something that went down to the village. But his mother had explained that that wasn't the case. He didn't believe her at first, so the one thing that his stepdad did was he took him and his mother back to the village where it got destroyed. So, and he was awestruck, but yeah, he told him that if he wanted to go back, he could, but if everything was destroyed. That's when Kasey really got mad at his stepfather, thinking like he was laughing at his, thinking like he was trying to be like all like, ha, I burned your home down, so what? But no, his father was planning on going back to her village for the longest of time so that he could pretty much pay respects and literally said that he was sorry. Like, he was not involved. And he had said during his, like, little small speech, like, even though I wasn't involved, I still feel like I owe you and your people an apology for letting it all go destroyed. That's what he pretty much did, was pay respects to that village. Like, you know how most traditions were like that before people got married, they would meet their parents? For the longest of time, he wanted to go back, but he was too afraid. Like, how they would think about it. Like, so he went back to that village with Kasey and his wife in tow to pretty much pay respects and apologize. Introduce himself and apologize. Not just to, like, the whole village, but to also her parents' grave, where, yes, they did die in the tragic event, too. So after that, Kasey really... So, after thinking about it, Kasey honestly started believing, like, oh, okay, well... Now I just feel bad. And then by the end of it all, he's like, he even told Kasey, like, he had every right to, like, not see him as a father, but he definitely saw him as his son. He didn't just take him in, like, out of, like, pity or anything, but he's like, for the longest of time, he actually did want to be a father at one point. And he really did. Yeah, he really wanted to be a father at one point, so when him and his mother came into his life, he actually found that he actually got the chance that he wanted it. And he didn't want to use them like that anymore, just for selfish desires. So he's like, if you want to leave on your own, then you can. I won't stop you. If you don't want to see me as your father, then I won't stop you. But just know that I don't regret what I did. I don't regret what I did, taking you in and calling you my son, because that was the only happiness that was the only hope that kept me going for the longest of time. So by then Kasey actually just... Kasey fully understood everything. Yeah, he understood pretty much everything now, and actually trusted him again. Now, the day he called him father was gonna be a long while. Like, he calls him his stepfather for sure. At that point. Which his dad doesn't mind. But over time, he's like... Yeah, well, yeah, from now on, from that point on, he just calls him, like, his stepdad and stuff. But occasionally, when it comes to, like, public, like, parties and stuff, he would just call him dad anyways. He would call him, yeah, not really dad, but his father. Let me say that. Like, he knows now that he's his stepdad, but... Yeah, he knows now that he's his stepdad, and but he trusts him completely now. Like, he's definitely not a because he doesn't really expect a Garlean to actually go to the place that he wasn't even go back to a village that he wasn't even a part of during the invasion. Not only to just, like, pay its respects, but also to, like, tell him that he was sorry, to tell, like, tell that empty lot that's already been razed to the ground, like, he wasn't expecting him to, like, to go all the way out there to just pay respects and then say that he was sorry, even though he wasn't even a part of it. That made him believe, like, oh, now I see why my mom likes him so much. Even though he had Garlean blood, he's not really like everybody else. So that essentially changed his views about all Garleans. Like, there are not... Just like Sid and just like Sid and him, just like yeah, no, just like Sid, he was not. His dad was not a bad person, like at all. Like from that point on, he believed like that maybe there are some Guardians who like really just wanted to be friends with Aosians, but as things as they are, it's not really possible. But of course, during Endwalker, which I won't say, that's gonna be part of the story plot that I will keep to myself. He does find people like who are actually do want to help, want to be part of, like, well, not really part of, but who do want to interact with Eosia and all that good stuff. So because of this, his experience going back to the village where his mom used to live, he started viewing people for what they are instead of what background they hold. And that's why he's the believer of Menfina too, because Menfina's like pretty much the goddess of love itself. And one of the things about love is getting to know the person for who they are rather than what they have, rather than whilst accepting what they were beforehand. Because that's how their parents got together, and that's how Kasey grew up thinking that way. Because in the end of the day, because in the end of the day, he firmly believes that humanity can't survive without companionship. And he made sure that everyone knew about his philosophy. It wasn't just everybody. He wanted to make sure that all of Gollerball knew that even if it's them against the world, it doesn't always gotta be like that. It may seem like it's Gollerball against the entire world. It's not really like that. It doesn't have to be like that. We don't have to go arm in arm against everybody else. You could actually be friends with them, or kindle a relationship just like his parents have done. So yeah, I think that's all the tidbit facts I have about Kasey. Maybe next time when we go back to Kasey's side, I'll have a more organized one, because this one I'm just not spit roasting. What am I about to say? Maybe next time I won't be out of spitting out facts here and there everywhere, being unorganized. Maybe next time I'll write down all the things about you want to know about Kasey. Because that's what I'm going to probably do for Karina when we come back to this again. Is I'm pretty much going to tell you guys all the little fun facts about Karina. But yeah, that's pretty much it for stream today. So yeah, thank you. I ended up talking a lot until 1 o'clock. Damn. Okay. You know, that is how it is. Well, now I know I'll definitely have a good night's sleep after this. So, thank you all so much for joining me on stream today. If you enjoy what I do and like what you see, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Well, yeah, Velvet Twilight Genevieve Mocha channel stream. Yeah, you know that good deal. And also hit the bell if you want to keep it on when the stream starts. So tomorrow, ooh, I can actually pull up the. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I gotta show it to you guys. I gotta show you guys the stream schedule. Wait, where is it? Ta-da! I'll leave it right here next to Kasey. But yeah, ta-da! Stream schedule! I actually finished it. Well, it's supposed to look like candy bars with shiny wrap rings, but it wasn't working out. I have to make one of these days. It'll have to work right now, but that's, for those who are wondering what it's supposed to be, it's pretty much chocolate bar with shiny wrappings. I'll definitely have to do some more details on it, but this is just it for now. So. So, going along with the schedule, tomorrow we will have... Tomorrow on Wednesday, we will have another Project OC art stream. Still gonna be digital art. I'll have my hand cam ready for the occasion. The next time we'll on that art stream, we're definitely going to work on creating a reference sheet for Duncan. Like, we got the headshots and everything, but now we need to set up for, like, his outfit and stuff. So you'll get to finally see what his, like, body is like, or how I'm, well, pretty much how I'm gonna make his body type be like, essentially, and what he wears. Hopefully my memory will serve me right. So there's that, and then on Thursday, we'll do some more Final Fantasy dailies with Karina. I'll be shooting out some more fun facts and story tidbits about Karina as well, since I've been doing that for Kasey. And then by Friday and Saturday, we'll do our usual Bayonetta series. And then on Sunday, I'll be resting. So yeah, that's all the announcements that I got for you. Here's the schedule, and you can check it out. Check out the schedule again on my Blue Sky. Or if you're following the channel, you should scroll down to the posts, and then you'll see it there as well. So, yeah. With that being said, thank you again for watching. Velvet Twilight is now closed. Have a lovely day, have a lovely night, and please do come again. Bye, everyone!